I am welcoming the spring season this year with 3 great niche fragrances that are a must if you love green fragrances. So stay tuned. On my number 3, I got Tiziana Terenzi Orion or Orion. What a beautiful scent that fragrance is, guys. It's a must if you love Aventus. It feels like a much darker, woodier, greener Aventus. It feels like an Aventus parfum before the elixir. Okay, you know, parfum, then elixir. What am I trying to say is Orion is a darker, more grown-up version of Aventus, but it's not as dark to the elixir limit. It feels soily, like wet soil, like a green wet soil after a rain, mixed with Aventus. The birch tar here is also very huge, way more than the Aventus birch tar level. So if you're into smoky, leathery, slightly woody, definitely way more green Aventus, try Orion. It's definitely more grown up and it's a great, different enough twist to own in its own if you love the Aventus DNA. On my number 2, I have Silver Mountain Water by Creed. This is a classic by now, okay? A lot of people know about this one. A lot of people love this one. And that Silver Mountain Water DNA that a lot of people love, they were the first to create it. And a lot of fragrance brands afterward got inspired by this one right here. The green tea note gives a very green vibe with the black currant that gives somewhat of a fruity but sour vibe at the same time. It's a very different DNA that a lot of people loves, but at the same time a lot of people doesn't like as much. It just feels weird to them, and I was one of them 10 years ago. When I first started this journey, I loved Aventus, but I just couldn't stand this one right here. And I just bought Al-Wissam Day, the dupe of this one, very cheap at a time, just to have that DNA smell in my collection. And the more I kept wearing Al-Wissam Day, especially going to work at a time, I just kept on falling in love with Al-Wissam Day, day after another. And because I love the smell, that smell also loved me back by just getting me more compliments. True story, a few years back, Al-Wissam Day was one of my most complimented fragrances. Until one day I was at the department store and I just sprayed Silver Mountain Water on me that day. And I was like, I need to have this. I felt a huge difference in quality between Al-Wissam Day and Silver Mountain Water. Al-Wissam Day still great, but when you just compare Al-Wissam Day to this one, especially when it comes to the top notes, then this one feels like a Bose speaker opposed to a very cheap speaker. The very cheap speaker does the job perfectly as well. It even projects and lasts more than this one. But that crispy smell of Silver Mountain Water is undeniably so beautiful. And for being a Creed, this one is one of the most well-performing Creeds out there. Price point on it is ridiculous though. But there's nothing we can do about it, so let's just enjoy the fragrance. Price point on it is ridiculous, but there's nothing we can do about it, so let's just enjoy the fragrance while we can. My number 1 green fragrance recommendations for this spring is, of course, Bleecker Street by Bond number 9. This is a classic. This one is even more classic than Silver Mountain Water. Can you even believe that? This is the epitome of a fresh cut grass fragrance with a hint of blueberries. Just feels so fresh, even though it's just basically mainly a green scent. And that blueberry note though, honestly I haven't seen such a vivid blueberry note in any other fragrances such as this one right here. I cannot even recall from the top of my head a very dominant blueberry note in fragrances such as Bleecker Street or as good as Bleecker Street. I think they should make more fragrances with a very dominant blueberry notes because I find the blueberry notes to be fruity, very effervescent and fresh, but it's not too sweet at the same time. Such a good note in fragrances. If you know any very dominant blueberry fragrances, please let me know in the comment section down below so I can check them out. So this is it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please share, like, and subscribe, and leave a comment down there. What is your favorite green fragrance for this spring season? Peace.